When it begins. There we go.
Here's the big question.
How are agents like us,
who didn't get an opportunity to invest in a franchise early,
who are spending time and money to sell homes,
building someone else's saleable asset?
How do we grow a business but still build wealth?
Have an exit strategy,
and get a piece of the pie that's not dependent
on us working more hours and every weekend?
That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer.
My name is Jay Kinder.
My name is Al Stasik.
And I'm Michael Reese. We are your hosts, and welcome to the One Big Fire podcast. Here's the big question.
Welcome, everybody, to the One Big Fire podcast, where we put all of our fires together and make one big fire. How's everybody doing today?
Ooh. Great, man. I'm doing awesome.
Right on. Al, how are you today?
I'm doing great. We're having one of the very few blue sky sunny days here in Cleveland, Ohio, so we're going to take it.
That's great.
I think that it's appropriate that we have the sun shining down because we got two of my favorite human beings, Chuck and Angela. Been waiting for this moment for a long time.
This has been the biggest announcement in eXp history, and I'm thrilled and honored to be able to share this time with you guys and making this announcement. Chuck and Angela Fazio and Revelation Real Estate making the move to eXpRealty and becoming our business partners in the process of that. We're stoked, we're excited, and we're here to uncover exactly the reasons why. How did this come to be, and what are we looking forward to? What's the vision for the future?
Yeah, well, this is it, the big announcement. We didn't think this would come down to this. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking about some stuff that people have no idea what's going on in the industry. And one of the reasons why is we've seen this industry at a level that probably 99% of the people in the industry never see. So we're going to uncover some stuff. We're going to piss a lot of people off. And but I'm bringing it, baby, because we're going to give you a reason why. So let's just, for those of anybody who don't know who me and my beautiful wife are, we are the owners of Revelation Real Estate, one of the largest independent brokerages in the entire country. We have one location. We, last year alone, sold about 6,000 homes, $2 billion in production, 900 agents. Over our career, my wife and I have been not only one of the top agents in the country, running one of the top teams in the country, but we have overseen 40,000 homes sold and $9 billion in production. And I think that gives us a little legitimacy on what we're going to be talking about today that is going to blow the roof off this industry. And so we're excited to be bringing it and be partnered with elite people like you guys. So that's a little bit of the backdrop on us. So yeah, let's get into why. What started this? So I grew up in New York. Angela was from all over the place, but we met in Arizona in real estate back in 2001. I got in the business in the end of 98, never even owned real estate. And I said, I want to do something I can make a lot of money. Got in the business and quickly realized the type of industry it is, that most people in this industry fail. And
we almost did.
We were broke. We were broke. 2001, 2002. I almost got out of the business. That's how broke we were. Right?
Yeah, well, we moved over in 2002. That's when things turned around. But in 2001, we were about to move in with your parents.
Yeah, that was like 30-something years old, ready to move in with my parents with 2 kids and a girlfriend. Holy shit. So what took place, in my opinion, was nothing short of a God thing and miraculous, because I said, I was never brought up that way. I'm not brought up with failure. Well, you do it live. I was brought up on the streets, ran nightclubs for a living for the mob.
I didn't do that.
You didn't do that?
I didn't do that.
Yeah, she didn't live on the street. So one of the things that we noticed early on, so we were at a Keller Williams, and I will tell you, just so everybody out there, I am naming names, I am naming companies, because I'm a honey badger and I don't give a shit. And, you know, we have to speak the truth here, because this is not a politically correct podcast. So if you want to run, you can turn. You want to hear the truth, you're going to get it.
Get the bleeper.
I love it.
So we were at a Keller Williams on a team, and we were failures. We were broke. We weren't getting what we needed. Now, I'm not trying to be a victim here. I'm not going to say that I didn't have anything to do with this. You know, we were at a stage in our life that was kind of in turmoil. I was going through a divorce. She was going through a divorce. But I tell you, some of the things that really rang out and resonated with me, fast forwarding to today, were some of these things. Number one, this company had a team leader there. And the team leader was a friend of ours, but he was an agent before being a team leader. And he was an agent that wasn't making it in the business. And all of a sudden, one day he tells me, hey, I'm the team leader of this market center. I'm like, first of all, I'm like, what the heck is that anyway? I'm broke. I don't know nothing about the business. But here's what he said, because I said, why are you doing that? And he goes, because I'm not making a living selling real estate. I need a paycheck. So I'm like, all right, makes sense. But now I'm looking back at it, and that's, guys, what's going on out there.
In our industry, that's right.
Right.
Yeah, don't know what they're doing, generally speaking, in our industry.
That are taking a paycheck and then preaching.
Taking unsuccessful agents that are not profitable and giving them a paycheck to lead other real estate agents.
Some call that blind leading the blind.
Right.
What's that? The blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
Exactly. But most people don't know that. It's not sold up. Then the next thing that happened that really started to make us think is, so we were on a team, and the team, they were on, I guess it's called the ACL or
ALIC or something.
Leadership, leadership committee, where they're supposed to train agents. So we're on a team, and the same team leader is training everybody else. But here was the funny part. We were friends with them, and I never forget one day we were hanging out at the bar, and he's like, oh shit, I forgot, I gotta go teach a class to agents. I'm like, wow, you gotta teach classes too? He goes, yeah, I gotta do that crap because I'm on this committee. I'm like,
where's the passion in that? You know what I mean?
Right.
wow.
Wow.
Guys, look, this is truth. This is stuff we've experienced early on in our business, and we've experienced it throughout the years. So we wound up switching companies, and I'm not putting down Keller Williams at all. Let's say it was a God thing. God wanted us to move. We moved and went to a company that was a hang your license brokerage and started a team by accident because some people said, do we want to be on your team?
I'm like, why? We're broke. You know?
Yeah, I go, what the hell do I know? And they said, we just want to be around you because you energize us. So I'm like, all right, wow, that's pretty powerful stuff. So we did. We went on, praise the Lord. We wound up becoming one of the top agents in the country, and in a few short years, running a team that was doing about $89 million a year.
Not counting us.
Not counting our production, which I think now everybody does, counts the team leaders, but that's all good. But we were noticing the industry was broke. It was broke in the sense that, why do most people fail? Why do most people not care? Why do most people not share? Because that wasn't our nature. So that's when we said, we're going to start our own brokerage. So we did. We started our own brokerage. We were a franchise office of the company we were top agents in. And quickly realized, being under their thumb, that their tools and systems didn't work for us. So we implemented our own, the rebels that we were. And started to grow to be one of the top brokerages in the Valley in Arizona. And then started to realize that the brokerage that we were that was our franchise, we were now their competition. So it did make for a good fit. We got out of that situation and then started to build on our own. Here's what I started to notice, guys, both of us. Number one, that most people don't give a shit about the agents.
At all.
At all. They'll feed
Owners,
you.
brokers, leaders, trainers, we hear their conversations.
Yep, we see it at a different level. And people used to joke around and they said, oh, do you guys plan on creating utopia, your own little island? I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
Create my own little island.
We even stopped going to like broker meetings and owner masterminds because they sucked.
I didn't hop
Right.
up with anybody.
In our
Anybody.
bubble.
We put our blinders on, we focused on our agents. So what we would do is coach and mentor agents, team leaders within our company. And I'd always keep getting the same thing. People said, well, what's the next level? Next level is building a team. And I got to be honest with you, maybe this was prophetic at the time because this is over 10 years ago. I used to say to all the team leaders or people that would get this advice, and I would say, they'd say, Chuck, what do I do? What would you do to build the team? And I said, if I ever had a chance to do it all over again, I'd build the biggest team under another person's umbrella. And I go, I would never own a brokerage. And I said, but there's no company out there that exists that I could do it under. But you know what? At that point, I'm running a successful brokerage. I can't give it up. It was like at a point of no return. So I used to say that over and over. And me and Angela would talk about that. And I go, this real estate industry is broken. It's broken for the agents. And if you understand my whys, as a successful person, our whys had to drive us. If our whys weren't being fulfilled, we were just bankrupt. So there's three whys in my life that everything falls under. Number one, my biggest why is I glorify God in everything I do. Number two is I love my wife and my family. If it's not about this, I got nothing. And we set out at the very beginning, we set out no matter what we do, if it interferes with us, it's done. Done. I'll close it up. Has nothing to do with how successful I am. And then number three is God called me to be if I'm not blessing my agents, if I'm not taking them to a level of success, I'm broke. I'm broke. So fast forward 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I got to chat with you guys about eXp, about this model. And that model is designed to help each other. Nobody becomes successful in eXp without other people. That is not the real estate model that we're in today. Every other brokerage is the opposite. They can be successful with a bunch of agent brokerage. I was watching agents. Yeah, I could make my monthly fees and I was making money, but I'm watching agents not so we're going down a dead end path. When I spoke to you guys, I said, wow, to you guys and other producers and top people that truly share, that's what I want. But, I'm skeptical. I'm not a big brokerage.
Yeah.
So I joined up. I talked to Glenn, and this was back when it wasn't as big. Glenn said, you know what, come on in, check it out. My plan was never to get rid of Revelation, ever. I was going to try to balance them both. And I'm working with you guys. And here was the dilemma that I was running through every night. Angela's the DB of the brokerage and of Relation. And probably about 6 months ago is when it hit me. And I said, how can I look my agents in the eyes, knowing that the answer to all their pain points, all their concerns, was being answered at another brokerage that I was part of? And that's when it hit me.
So, because our family, and we were realizing that we were the only one in their room winning, and we want our whole family to be full of winners, right?
I'm not winning.
Yeah.
I'm broke. So the crossroads came, this now battle. We run one of the biggest brokerages in the country. Our reputation is there. Never mind our pride and ego. That's our baby. But how can I be a true leader and look someone in the eyes in this comfort here off of them? A leader, that makes a liar. And that was the struggle that we went through for the last few months.
Plus, we realized a couple of other things that we can only bring. We've been ahead for 15 years running our brokerage, but there are some ways we just couldn't stay ahead of the curve as a mom and pop organization, because we really are. So
that was the crossroads we were at. And then chatting with, we had lunch with Glenn, the owner, and
his lovely girlfriend.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And meeting with
Debbie's awesome.
Chris Bear and Sarah Rodriguez. Those guys were just rock stars. I mean, to share a little story, I think it was about a month ago. We flew into Vegas to meet with them, and they said, "Hey, this is going to be an all-day event."
I'm like, what?
I'm like, shit, I didn't think one spot. And I said to Angela, I feel sorry for them because I don't plan on being there all day to talk through this, because I don't think there's anything there to really knock me off of my pride and ego. But I have to say, we were there all day, and it was eye-opening. And talking to our agents, because we do really chat with our agents, and we decided we have to make the move. It's not a question. And here we are today with you guys making the biggest announcement. I have to tell you, I love when my so-called competition.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's pathetic. Wait
Looks
till he
at
tells
me.
you.
Look, I don't compete. they're like vultures.
Yeah.
My agents throw will offer you $1,000 to move over.
They have revelations all over the valley. It's like how short-sighted do they think most of our agents are?
That's embarrassing.
What? It's crazy.
That's embarrassing.
Like hyenas. Looks like we might be getting a little internet breakage over there where Chuck and Angela are at.
I think they muted because they're laughing.
Agents that is so narrow-minded.
Yeah. Hey, Jay, you froze up too? So, Mike, is it just me and you are the only ones not froze up?
And, I got that high-speed internet, baby.
I got that 5.
Yeah. There you're back.
You're back. But Jay has an iPad running in the background, I'm pretty sure.
No, y'all are back.
Yeah. So one of the funny things is that, when we lost Jay, he'll be back. Give him about 2-3 minutes. He'll be back. Because Jay's been having some internet issues at his house, which is funny because it's like, 3 doors down from yours, Mike? And Mike's is pure high speed. Because you got that hit factory going. Oh, yeah. I love it. So what we were saying was that
could you guys?
It was going in and out a little bit, but we can hear you back now again. Chuck, you're back. But man, when I brought so I was the first brokerage in Ohio to bring my brokerage over, and I remember the haters coming all out of the surface, and the one thing that was reverberating was, so I guess that independent brokerage thing didn't work out for Al, as if I was taking a step backwards, as if I was looking for something to save me or something like that, and it's just funny that's how certain people that have the scarcity mindset. But I believe that those people do not exist at eXp Realty. We attract people that are about abundance, which is why we're on this call with you guys today, because you're two of the most abundant people that I've ever met, and I've been blessed to meet you guys. He throws up again.
And, we're really excited to really take this industry to a whole new level. As a disruptor in the industry, most people look at it and they don't understand, and there's a difference that leaders have to do that are uncomfortable, that other people aren't going to take it. And the part that people don't understand, maybe about us, we got one penny for our broker. We're taking a $15 million broker to our agents. And we succeed is by helping succeed. So people think we have no idea we're doing it then. It's because we don't care about our age that much, keep with a lie. Life is the same.
So many people are so quick with doing whatever is convenient. It would have been more convenient for us to keep our brokerage, but that's just not who we are. It's not our heart. We have a heart for what we've built. We love to build. We love to bless people. And we just are jumping out of our skin at this opportunity now that we've jumped.
Yeah, the industry itself really understands what's going to hit them. Just like, we say Netflix hit Blockbuster or Uber hit taxis. Like, you can't turn a blind eye to something that's a carrying a momentum that's going to be unstoppable. I want to let every agent out there understand what is not going to take place. It will take place. We're building a brokerage that we, the agents, own, that we run. And enough of these broker owners making money, because when people say it's a pyramid, and that's narrow-mindedness for people to think, to call them, when the successful people an opportunity. This is an opportunity for the people that get it. And what they don't understand, that we're going to explain, is these owners don't want our agents to hear the truth, because they're making money off of you. Just like I can retire off of my brokerage. That's just not in my bigger. These owners up here, they scam, because you agents don't realize that you're making them rich without having any of the concept your mind constantly paid, and they're earning. The people that are out there are getting paid. It's a job for the owners and brokers. It's their job to sell you. It's not our job to sell you. It's our job to attract you. It's a huge difference, and it's a game changer. And those other owner brokers are afraid. And I have to tell you, you talk about taking our gloves off. We had an agent leave our brokerage because she needed a job to become a Crow Williams. And now she's going after our agents, preaching how great that company is. He left that to come to my company. He went later to sing their praises?
Some they've asked us this question: are you doing this because you're tired and you just want to, slow down? I'm like, we are just getting started. You've seen nothing. You've seen nothing yet. We're not back. We're doing this to step in a major and intense way.
Yeah, we're going to be telling the truth all over the country. Either agents want to be part of something of this industry or not.
Or they can stay in their community.
Look,
Hey, Chuck.
guys,
I don't
from an agent standpoint,
we've been getting a whole bunch of messages. They can't hear you. You want to drop off and come back in real quick? Just the audio's been real bad for the last 10 minutes.
you lose it.
Yeah. Why don't you drop off and come back into the studio and see if it will help? Like just re-click the. Yeah, log off and come back in. I think maybe it'll fix your audio because it's been breaking up and people have been messaging us that it's bad. Meanwhile, while you do that, we'll keep things going. Mike, Jay, I remember the day that we got on the phone that night with Chuck and Angela. And one of the reasons, I was asking him then, like, why would you guys want to do this? And Chuck mentioned, he built a unicorn with 850, 900 agents, whatever it was, and he just couldn't duplicate that again in another space. And I think the other reason he said was this was going to enable him to go nationwide and partner with agents in all 50 states and even Canada. And that resonated so I get it, right? Like that's exactly the reason why we did what we did. No, we didn't have to close our brokerages. We didn't have to do anything. Chuck and Angela, they don't have to do what they're doing right now. They have a very successful, profitable business, doing great, happy agents. This is about taking it to the next level. What would you guys say to that?
I'm afraid my audio is choppy.
Yours is good, dude. It's solid.
Is it coming in all right? Okay, good. Yeah, I would say Chuck and Angela are coming back in. Yeah, I would say that the opportunity is bigger than it's ever been to add more value, make a bigger impact to more agents through the eXp business model than anything that anyone could have personally built themselves. So that's why we're all here. That's why the talent that you see joining eXp is what it is because the opportunity to make a bigger impact on more people's lives is what this company's created for all of us. You wouldn't attract the kind of people like Chuck and Angela if it wasn't going to allow them to create a bigger impact and leave a bigger mark on the world.
Right. We got them back, Chuck, Angela. They look froze up. So appears their internet connection's not agreeing with them this fine day. That's a shame because they actually went somewhere where they paid some extra money to have high speed because are they out of town on vacation or something like that?
Right.
Yeah. I know Mike Reese is chomping at the bit over there, just waiting to drop something. Love it when you smile, man. Well, what do we got? We got any comments in here, Jay? Any questions?
I'm trying to see if I can help get them back on here. Hang on a sec.
They said Sam Rodriguez said it was such a big announcement they broke the internet.
That might be the case.
Well, I've never, I know there's people that have had more than that on live, but we had 227 people on it at one time live was the highest. And then when the audio started breaking up, we started losing people. But yeah, we're still at 158 people though. So yeah, we're excited. We're super excited for not just Chuck and Angela. We're super excited for the agents of Revelation Realty. I've personally been there several times, met these amazing human beings. It's a great facility that they've put together, but more importantly, they've put together an amazing family. The reason that Chuck and Angela, in case you're wondering, the biggest reason that they've told us, and this is over the last 2 years, is that they want to go bigger than 850 agents. They want to go 8,000. They want to be able to take the value that they've been able to bring to that, what they call a small mom and pop group. I would not call that a mom and pop group compared to, what I was running over here in Cleveland, 12 agents, but they wanted to take that and they wanted to go, they want to be 10,000 agents and be able to deliver the same value that they were able to deliver to their small group of 800, 850 right there in the valley there. So they're doing it. It's a huge jump. No, eXp did not buy them. They're merging in just like we've all merged our brokerages in. And we tip our hats to them, and we're super stoked and to have them. Mike, have you unmuted yourself yet?
Here's a question here. Somebody asked, go over again, why he came to build a brokerage under a new model. So to understand, so first of all, this is on a whole nother level from most of us who even have had brokerages of our own. And 850 agents in one single location is a tremendous. It's the largest. They're the largest, I believe, in the country in a single office. The number of agents in a single office. And while that's been great, it's been a great business model. It's completely restricted to that area. If Chuck and Angela decided they wanted to go duplicate that model, they would have to go build another $7 million building in order to do so. And so this model allows them to scale and with the same value that they add to the agents that they currently have, to do that at scale across the country and add as much value to as many agents from anywhere in the country, actually anywhere in the world now, with eXp. So that's the power of the platform model and what eXp is bringing to the table. And there's Chuck again, and Angela.
Let's try this. Let's try this out.
They're back.
I hear you guys loud and clear now.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, how much of it did you not hear?
Well,
it was crystal clear now.
Yeah,
y'all on the phone now?
I don't know what I'm doing here.
There we go. It's perfect. You can turn it sideways.
Yeah, but it won't stand up.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just get cozy.
Now you're perfect.
All right. Oh, there's Tina.
Tina.
All right. So I don't know what you guys have been hearing that we're saying and babbling here. Here's what I could say. This new venture.
I think one of the things that you could pick up, Chuck, what you were saying that people were coming over after your agents earlier on, and you did break up bad, but I was really listening because you had a smile on your face when you froze. And so can you tell us a little bit about right now? You make this big announcement and what's kind of the narrative in your marketplace?
So the narrative in the marketplace is, as always, as a disruptor, everybody thinks you're nuts. And here's the picture they want to paint, that because we're moving the brokerage to the eXp platform, is that we're dead. And it kind of makes me laugh because
did they say you got the coronavirus or something?
Some kind of some kind of virus, but it's kind of ironic because we're far from that. We're more alive than we've ever been. We built one of the biggest brokerages in the country, just the two of us and our incredible staff, and our entire staff is all on board. Like, they're stoked. Now you just took a playing field to a minute little area in Arizona and put us across the country. And here's my competition. Here's how I look at it. So for all of my competition out there, you guys could keep playing in your little playground.
Come on.
Because I'm playing in the big boy field. And you think you're winning by grabbing a couple of agents, but like I said, I'm coming back to take what's mine and then some. And the fear that they got to be having, they don't realize the beast they just unleashed. Because for 2 years, I haven't been doing anything because I've been in limbo. And now our why just got so clear
and bigger
with a platform and guys like you. It's game on. I want to change the face of this industry because the tired old model of all the brokers and owners getting rich off of all you agents and companies like Zillow, that third-party companies that are taking your business, your feeds. And all I hear for years is agents going, well, why can't we stop that? You know why you can't stop that? Because the fat owner brokers out there that are making money don't want to stop that. Now, the company owned by agents, we're going to be controlling it. And mark my words, give us a couple of years and we're going to take them off at their heels, their knees. We're taking them out.
Did you?
Well, here's the thing. One thing I know, Chuck, to be true. When you made this move and they came over, I know what script they used in order to get the agents.
Let's hear it.
We call it the boogeyman script. So, but the boogeyman is a lot of people. Only a few people are scared of the boogeyman, right? And so once they realize that there's no such thing as the boogeyman, and they realize that all of that false narrative is fake news, and they let the dust settles and they see the truth, then naturally. Here's the thing: the truth is, and this is the truth, it's financially irresponsible for anybody to be anywhere else, and anybody who can get their smartphone and get to the calculator. I talked to a person yesterday, and I have a different belief. I believe that everybody's business can grow. I believe everybody, can choose whether they have a job or a business. And I got into real estate because I wanted a better life. And when you get around people who can mentor you, provide you with the training, provide you with the tools, provide you with the platform, real estate can be really fun. And when you have the people, I literally today, I had a gentleman sitting across from me who met last week, who's coming over, and his story is one that I hear so much where there's a lot of promises that aren't kept, and so we've had big people that wanted to come over from KW and get told that all of these things they were going to get, and then 6 months later, after none of those things were true, they end up making the switch. And every once in a while, someone will say, well, what about Julie? Julie came back, and it's like they have one or two. Well, let's just get one thing clear, okay? The one thing that has to be clear is that in life, there's people who don't like Christmas. In life, there's people who love Christmas. In life, there's people who like real estate. There's people who are realtors and mortgage lenders. I mean, there's scenarios under the sun for everything. And when you try to control the narrative, if you go read the books like what was it? Rush Limbaugh wrote a book, and it's how they control these narratives in the mainstream. And so, they take a little snippet of a story, and that's really all that they have to fight with. What I would like them to fight with is bank account. And I'm just saying, when I went to a Frank Kern conference in 2009, Frank Kern said from the stage, you ain't a millionaire unless you got $1 million in the bank. And I remember sitting there, thinking, well, that must mean he's got $1 million in the bank, right? but what moved me to eXp, and I'm telling the 100% truth, I was with eXp after you came on board. I wasn't working as much as Jay and Al every single day in it. And in April, I think it was April 23rd, 2018, I was in the lobby at the Cosmopolitan Hotel, and a kid walked up to me. It's very rare that it's ever happened, but he had read Inside Sales Predictability. We sold 7,000 copies. It just so happened this kid was there. He was young, 23 years old. And he goes to share a story with me, and his wife walks up in the middle of the story. Then his mom and dad walk up. And he shares this story. It's real brief about how he was hiring ISA. And then at the end, he asked me to take a picture. I turned around and started walking off, and I turned back and I said, hey, can you tell me about your experience? This is a young kid. And he goes on to tell me how much stock he had earned since he joined. He was like, I didn't know that every real estate brokerage didn't earn stock, because when I came on board, he said, I just went to my next door neighbor, and my neighbor was with eXp. And so I started at eXp. I got a mentor, and every single thing that I've ever done has been here. And so he went on to tell me just about his experience based upon just like his journey was different than mine. But this kid had created what I would consider for most people wealth. His mind was different. It wasn't just the selling of real estate. He was building wealth. And I can tell you, his wife and his dad chimed in and told me that they hadn't spent a real estate commission because of all of these other revenue streams they were benefiting from from being at eXp. And he didn't come to me. I asked him the question. And I remember telling the guy with me, I said, I believe he was 23 years old. He was in his mid-20s. But I remember looking at the guy next to me and I said, if that can happen for that kid, and that's truly changing his life. If people were here for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, imagine where this kid's going to be. Imagine where all of that. So over time, the stories will just not, there'll be stories. There'll be truth, agents are going to come. They're going to experience the value. They're going to pick up a phone and call me or Jay or you or Al, and someone's going to answer, and someone's going to be there to help them. And they're going to be like, huh, they really do help me. Huh, they really are. I called Al at 6:30 this morning, Chuck. I'm going to put it out there. I said, Al, we've only done a boot camp in 2 cities, Cleveland and Denver. Every other city, the top agents in the world would fly them to Dallas for us to train them. I said, we need to get with Chuck and see if he can get us a room, and we're going to fly our entire team to Arizona and train them. I said, that's what we're going to do. We need to get with Chuck, find somebody. We're going to bring the books. We're going to teach the listing presentation, the buyer presentation, every best practice. And then I called Jay, who was on jury duty, and I told him what I said to Al. And Jay was like, man, that is the best idea ever. We need to get with Chuck and make it happen. All we're thinking about every single day, every single minute is how can we bring more value? And we're not going to just talk about it. We're going to show it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to demonstrate it. And and listen, you don't even have to be with us. You can come as a guest, because when you leave, you're going to want to be with us.
Hey, you know what that made me think of? Everyone on this panel here has been on the business probably more than 20 years, right? Or close to that. Could you imagine if each one of us started our career at eXp like that young man you met?
My God.
Can you just imagine?
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
That's what made me think of that.
So when we talk to our agents, we're just starting to talk with the bulk of our agents, obviously, because we just started the conversations. But everybody that we tell all the details about eXp to, they are so excited, not even knowing that it exists. They don't know. The people out there, they don't understand what eXp is. They think it's just another split company. They're so off the mark.
Yeah, it's amazing because we just finished up, we were at 10X here in Vegas with Grant Cardone. And going to these events, you don't really, there's nothing new nugget that pops up. But what it does is it reaffirms or confirms what we think about. Like-minded people, successful people think the same way. And it was funny because Kevin Hart, who's one of the funniest comedians, you got to listen to the business side of him.
So smart.
And he said something that was so profound. He said, the problem with the world is we're almost conditioned to focus on all the negative instead of looking at the positive. And the difference is the successful people focus on the opportunity. The people who are unsuccessful focus on the negative part of it, the scam or whatever they want to say. And it's amazing how everybody right off the bat, oh, the pyramid? What you want to say is, what the heck are you even talking about? Pyramid. It's like the only pyramids I know are in Egypt. But guys, you want to change your life, this opportunity will change it. And I'm going to tell you right now, anybody out there listening, if you want to partner with us, and I said you ought to pay for it, you couldn't afford it. But now I'm telling you, wouldn't you like to know how we built one of the largest independent brokerages in the country, doing $2 billion a year? No, but very few people can say that. It's in our minds, and we're willing to share it.
We'll tell you.
We've done it. This is not bullshit we're feeding you. This is real stuff we've accomplished every year, over and over and over. And we get into all of our mindsets here to combine the one big fire. unstoppable.
You know what? I'm so excited. I am so excited to not be the biggest fish in the pond.
Oh,
I am
Right.
so excited to learn from people, to hear what they're doing, to get all in it. I mean, it's such a refreshing feeling to know that we're about to step into business with people who know more than we do. It's fantastic.
And
we know a lot.
Right. Right.
and to change an industry. What's going to drive me is a year from now, all the people that said, Chuck, we trust you.
Yep.
We're coming along for the ride, because
We're gonna have a
now
party.
this isn't about my success. My goal right off the bat is to create 10 millionaires.
Absolutely.
10 millionaires, so they can go back to the people who said, sure, we don't want to follow you, Chuck. We don't believe in this. And I hate to say it, I actually enjoy putting shit in people's faces.
Because
I do. Sorry, that's my flesh speaking. Yeah, proving people wrong is what drives me.
No question.
I can't wait to teach as a cartoon.
Right, right, yeah, absolutely. It's easy to jump up in the world and train agents, and people don't have to leave their homes to come to those training. It's an incredible collaborative environment that we're going to get to add a ton of value to people's lives.
So I don't know if anybody wants to ask some questions. If you could.
Well, Chuck, there's probably people out there that, maybe they're afraid to even type a comment in and ask a question because maybe their broker's watching, they'll see it. How would someone be able to privately get a hold of you guys if they're watching this podcast now or even in the future to have a private conversation? What's the best way to reach you guys? Is it through email or?
Well, I'm gonna answer it, but before I answer, I want to say one thing, because that's pretty. I want people to understand something. And I'm going to preface it with a quick story. There's a gal that's out of Virginia that was at the 10X event. She's a real estate agent, a newer young girl, and she's with another small brokerage. And she happened to comment on our post when we said we're here in Vegas. And she says, oh, never met the girl, I don't know who she is. She just follows us. And she reached out and she said, I'm at the 10X event too, Chuck. I'm here in Vegas. And I said, great. What do you got? What do you and your boyfriend doing Sunday night? Let's go to dinner. And we set up a dinner. They came out and we had dinner, her and JJ, who's already in eXp, and his girlfriend. And she was amazed that this is what they say, because I don't view myself as any better or any different than anybody else. Amazed that somebody like us would actually spend time with her. So to answer your question, I give people my direct phone number. Mm-hmm. And I know you guys do too. And I know when I speak to agents that know you guys, here's what they say. Well, wait a minute, you're actually going to get Jay Kinder or Michael Reese or Albie on the phone with us? Look, we're not untouchable. We're real. And we really want to partner with people, because the success that we have, to me, is only a stepping stone for their success.
And I'll tell you what, there is no way that we would give up our 15-year-old brokerage that is super, we're at the top of our game right now with our brokerage, and to convert it over is a big deal. We have really solid reasons why we're doing that for us and our agents. And I think that anybody who's in real estate should take the time to learn about and hear about the opportunity with eXp.
So my phone number is 480-570-8020. I challenge anybody to call me. And I will give you the truth on everything we see in the industry. Because remember, what you agents don't see, we see on a daily basis. What you agents don't experience, what other broker owners are talking about, we're the ones that get to hear that. We live it. We don't hobnob with other most brokers and owners. We just don't. We like to be in the mix with the agents, because that's who we impact. And anybody who thinks that because vultures circle and start throwing out, I'll give you $1,000.
The Revelation Agent Special.
The Revelation Agent Special.
I'm flattered.
Or here's another one. And West USA Realty, here's what they did. we'll give you a $500 credit to sign on. We'll even throw in some business cards.
Oh, stop the madness.
Damn, you must think so highly of me.
They had a big budget, didn't they?
Realty One Group's got the Revelation Special. Keller Williams, they oh my gosh, hey agents, come on this call. We're bringing an agent that was at eXp and he left, and he's going to tell you why KW is so much better. I can guarantee, because I know the guy personally, he loved eXp. Him and his son loved eXp. I was on their podcast. Did he tell you that Gary Keller paid him to come back?
Yep.
Dude, does he leave that little piece out? Or the woman recruiter left our company that she thought was the best culture ever because she wanted a job? You see, the gloves are off. I'll tell you everything you want to hear. Or how about my home group, where their owner tore me a new one. I don't even know the guy personally. Look, I got respect for them, but I don't have respect for gossip and lies that they want to tear me down to bring them up on a flat fee brokerage. How much support do you really get paying $25 a month and $250 a transaction? Look, I'll give up 50% of what I make. Better yet, I'll give up 15 million. I put my money where my mouth is. I gave up 15 million. That's what my brokerage is worth, to be partner with agents. I challenge any other owner broker to go put up what I put up. Put your money where your mouth is, not a grand. Shit, I could, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what I could do a grand.
I'll tell
you what, I don't know if you guys heard before because it was breaking up so bad, but both of our hearts, those agents that have trusted us for so long, they are our family, and we would not make a move that was bad for them. We just would not do it. And so I'm so excited for them to hear everything that's going on. We're just so excited to get started.
Yeah, and one last thing, anybody out there, look guys, this is a real estate brokerage with some of the biggest producers in the industry. You know what? That tired narrative that we don't sell real estate. Here's what I'm going to tell you. March 20th, put it down in your calendar. March 20th is a stage of 10 rock star eXp agents that will prove to you that we are real estate and all about real estate. And I have to say, you talk about a brotherhood of people. So we put out there, I think you guys were first to jump on as agents that wanted to speak on that stage. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting a call from Daniel Beer and Kyle Whistle going, hey, look, we're willing to cancel what we were doing. We want to be part of that fire. And then David DeVoe in New Jersey, Chuck, how do I make that lineup? Now I got 10 people. I had to add more hours. Do you know I'm still getting calls from producers going, how do I get on that card?
It's so cool.
I can't do it anymore, but it's just begun. Mm-hmm. It's just begun. We're coming for you. We'll go into every city. We're coming for you.
Real estate agents, we are coming to save you. And if you're a broker out there that's taking from real estate agents and you know you're not providing the value that they deserve, we're coming for you. And we're going to get all your agents. So you better bet on that.
Yeah.
Or better yet, you could, have a change of heart and just call us and we'll show you how to come over the right way and start doing things the right way for your agents.
Right.
Even better.
You're good.
So one thing I want to add is I did a podcast for over a year that's called Moms in Real Estate. And I'm picking it back up because I want to talk to moms in real estate across the nation. So if you are a mom in real estate or you know someone who should be featured on a podcast, let me know, and then we'll put you on the lineup.
Yeah, how about this? I'm going to toot my beautiful wife's horn for a minute. She's a mother of six, and a grandmother, and is the DB of one of the largest brokerages in the country. When you guys say you have no time or how do you balance time, talk to this woman.
Right.
She'll tell you how she does it. And our 9-year-old, the youngest, he's a pain in the ass. So,
the youngest always is.
But right now,
Yep. I know the feeling.
People should know about Chuck and me. I know this is random, but it's important. We run many businesses together, and we spend every single day, and I've never spent one night away from my husband since we started seriously dating. So we know how to get shit done.
Yeah.
Oh, watch your mouth, honey.
Balance.
There's no such thing as balance. That's silly.
Don't preach balance. Nope. One speed.
Do it all.
Look, we all have an expiration date, and you don't know when your expiration date is. I feel bad for people who don't have joy in their life, who just live always looking for the negative or worrying or fear. You know, the Bible says, do not fear more times than probably anything else. And I go, if our Creator tells us don't fear, I don't know why you're fearing. Live your life. Come join us.
Go for it.
Look, let's enjoy real estate again and make things big.
Making real estate great again. eXpRealty. Come join us. Reach out to Chuck and Angela. Reach out to us. If you have questions, at least ask them. And ask somebody that's at eXp. If you're going to buy a new car, if you're going to buy a new Ford, you wouldn't go to the Chevrolet dealership to ask questions. If you want to get the real deal story, you come to people at eXp and ask them and get the facts.
Yeah, like Brian Cohen says, it's just math. It's just math.
I love that shirt. Love the shirt.
Yep.
Awesome, guys. It's been a privilege and an honor today. Sorry about the technical difficulties there earlier with the audio. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this after the fact, still reach out to Chuck and Angela. Posted the phone number there, and find out how you can be partners with us, what that means to you in your business, and how we can grow together and make a bigger impact on people's lives.
It's just the beginning, guys. It's just the beginning. God bless you.
God bless.